Big dreams, zero action. Sound familiar? Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they keep choosing tomorrow. This story will show you exactly what that costs. Welcome to Bright Tales, where every story carries a truth that can change your life. In a peaceful village surrounded by rolling green hills, there lived a young man named Adam. He was 25 years old, strong, healthy, and full of dreams that lit up any room he walked into. He had a gift for painting pictures with words. One day, he would tell anyone who'd listen, "My fields will be the finest in this entire valley. People will come from other towns just to see what I've built." And everyone believed him. Why wouldn't they? He had the energy. He had the vision. He had everything it takes, except one thing. He never actually worked. While the other farmers rose before dawn and walked out into the morning mist to tend their land, Adam slept. While men labored under the afternoon sun with dirt on their hands and ache in their backs, Adam sat comfortably in the shade, talking about what he planned to do someday. His field sat dry and untouched. His potential sat right beside them, equally untouched. He loved the idea of success. He just didn't love the work that builds it. One evening, his uncle, a weathered old farmer who had spent decades learning what the land will and won't forgive, came to visit. He walked slowly across Adam's property, looking at the cracked, empty soil. Then he turned to his nephew with quiet eyes. "Where are your crops, Adam? You speak of golden fields every time I see you, but I see nothing here except dry earth and wasted seasons." Adam waved a hand and grinned. "Don't worry, Uncle. I'll begin tomorrow, I promise. You'll see. This land will be the best around." The old man said nothing for a moment. He had heard the word tomorrow from this boy more times than he could count. He understood, perhaps better than Adam did, that tomorrow had become a place Adam lived permanently, close enough to feel real, far enough to require nothing. So instead of arguing, the old man reached into his coat and pulled out two small cloth pouches. He held them out carefully, as if they contained something genuinely fragile. "These are no ordinary seeds," he said. "Each one carries a different future." Adam leaned in, curious despite himself. "The first," the old man said, opening the pouch gently, "is the seed of ambition. Plant it, water it, tend to it every single day without exception, and it will grow into something magnificent. A tree that gives fruit, provides shelter, and builds a legacy. But it demands something from you in return. It will not grow on good intentions alone. It requires daily effort, consistent care, honest work." He set the first pouch in Adam's left hand. Then he opened the second. "The second seed is the seed of laziness. This one needs nothing from you. No watering, no attention, no effort at all. In fact, the less you do, the faster it grows. But what it grows into will quietly cover your entire field, choking every other living thing, taking the space where your harvest should have been, until there is nothing left but weeds where your dreams used to be." He placed the second pouch in Adam's right hand and looked at him steadily. "The future of your land," he said, "and the future of your life, both depend entirely on which of these you choose to grow." Adam looked down at the two pouches in his palms. The choice seemed almost too simple. Of course, he would plant the seed of ambition. Of course. But the next morning, he woke up tired. Just one more hour of sleep, he told himself. Tomorrow he would start. Tomorrow for certain. Days went by, then a week, then two. One afternoon, more out of restlessness than intention, Adam wandered out to his field and pushed both seeds into the soil, side by side, carelessly, with no real plan. He'd tend to them later, he thought, when the time felt right. He forgot about them almost immediately. Weeks passed in the usual rhythm of sleep, conversation, and comfortable dreaming. And then one morning, Something made Adam walk out to that corner of his field. What he saw stopped him cold. The laziness seed had erupted. Thick, aggressive weeds had spread across the soil in every direction, reaching further than he thought possible. They had taken over everything: the moisture, the nutrients, the space. And there, barely visible in the middle of it all, was the ambition seed. Small, struggling, its thin stem pale from lack of sunlight, its roots fighting for ground in a field that had been surrendered to neglect. It was still alive, but only just. His uncle appeared behind him as if he had known this moment was coming. "Adam," he said softly, "look carefully, because what you're looking at is not just a field." Adam turned. "Ambition is a living thing," his uncle said. "It needs your attention every day, not someday, not when you feel ready. Every day. Without that daily commitment, it weakens, it shrinks, and eventually, it disappears." He gestured at the weeds. "But laziness needs nothing from you. It feeds on your inaction. Every hour you spend waiting, every morning you choose sleep over effort, it grows stronger. And if you let it spread long enough, it will take everything." Adam stood there for a long time after his uncle walked away. That night he could not sleep. The image of that struggling little seed stayed with him, small and pale, and still somehow reaching for light in a field full of things that wanted it dead. He thought about every tomorrow he had spoken so easily. He thought about the seasons that had passed while he planned and postponed. He thought about the version of himself he kept promising to become. Before the sun rose the next morning, Adam was already in the field. He pulled weeds with his bare hands until his palms were raw. He dug up the compacted soil. He watered the ambition seed carefully, gently, as if apologizing to it. His back hurt. His arms ached. But for the first time in longer than he could remember, the ache felt like something earned rather than something wasted. He came back the next morning, and the morning after that. Slowly, almost stubbornly, the ambition seed began to respond. First a stronger stem, then broader leaves reaching confidently for the sun, then real growth, visible and undeniable, spreading outward day by day. And over the seasons that followed, as Adam continued to show up without excuses, that small seed became a thriving tree, full of fruit, full of shade, rooted deep in ground that had once been abandoned. In time, Adam's fields became exactly what he had always described: golden and flourishing and admired. But now people didn't just admire the fields. They admired the man who had built them, not because he was the most talented, but because he was the one who had finally, genuinely started. Adam's story is not really about farming. It's about the two seeds every single one of us carries inside. Ambition and laziness live in all of us, and both are always growing. The question is simply which one you are feeding. Every morning you wake up and take action, you water your ambition. Every morning you choose to wait, to delay, to promise yourself tomorrow, you water the weeds. The right time will never arrive on its own. Start today with whatever small step is in front of you. Water your ambition every single day, and trust that the life you have been picturing is waiting on the other side of consistent, honest effort. If this story spoke to you, share it with someone who dreams big but keeps waiting to begin. Subscribe to Bright Tales for more stories that push you forward. Until next time, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward. Is Pori script K Sath image prompt Dane day scene by scene.